The views, opinions and pages shared by UWealth Revolution and guests are not intended or implied to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis or treatment.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for being here. You are also amazing. I am so excited. And today we have none other than the incredible Dawn Crystal. And we are going to be feeding the bodies, your body, with something very important. And this is an energetic that comes from the highest realms. This is an energetic of perfection. This is an energetic of the highest vibration, perhaps on earth. This is a higher energy channeled through voice and high frequency to feed the perfect body that is within you, the perfect cellular essence within you, the perfect crystalline structure within you, the perfect life that you are here to uncover and unfold. And Dawn Crystal is back. We're going to be talking about all of it and what she is doing with sound frequencies and how to actually bring this forward. And if you are dealing with challenges, we're going to talk about what's going on with the bodies today and where things like toxins, heaviness, world energies, cosmic currents coming in that are actually shifting and awakening millions of people a day are also creating a very heavy collective drain on the consciousness of humanity and what we can do about it. Plus, we're going to deal with your individual challenges, and what we're opening up today is something she has discovered called the God Cell sound frequencies. Now, I want to share what a few people have been saying. Kathy Kirk said, after these frequencies, the next morning I was actually able to walk down the stairs with no discomfort in my hips or knees. Not only is my body soul healing, but the soul healing ripples from my body up through the human mind, clearing out distorted beliefs, thoughts, and mental constructs. Amazing. Well, we are going to find out more from Dawn as to what is this new frequency set and what is going on. Now, many of you know Dawn is an internationally recognized voice sound healer. She's a direct channel to God, the creator, a medical intuitive and a respected intuitive life coach, a soul reader, and a pain release expert, and the best-selling author of 6 books, including Pain-Free Made Crystal Clear, Fear-Free Made Crystal Clear, Happiness Made Crystal Clear, Fatigue-Free Made Crystal Clear, and Pet Talk and Abundance Made Crystal Clear. And she's also known as a leading transformational expert incorporating ancient wisdom for modern-day success. She's passionate about helping people to clear and release the emotional and physical blockages so they can manifest their highest selves into actuality and lead lives and their abundant businesses in a way that align to that soul purpose. Now, one of the ways she does this, I will share, is through very high frequency. Sometimes it's a little amazing. Sometimes it could be shocking when you hear Dawn's high frequencies. They're not like anything else you've ever heard. And what I understand they are able to do in people just like me and you is actually break up the heavy densities. That's why she's been a mentor to CEOs, entrepreneurs, and even celebrities and people who want to move out of discomfort quickly. And we are going to talk about what to do, and we're going to be sharing it today with you. And Dawn currently lives on Maui with her adorable animal companions. I want to share another one. She cleared block energy that had kept me stagnated for 10 plus years. Her healing energy is amazing. The first time that we spoke, it was unrelated to her gift. After the call, I asked her what she could do for me, and she started pouring out this energy and sound. It helped me clear shifted energy that kept me sabotaged and stagnated for more than 10 years. In less than 2 months, my life transformed. Well, we've got all sorts of stories. I feel like I'm 5 years old again. A person said, changed my money reality. Another person, dear Patricia, was able to walk in heels again. She was having pain in her feet. So let's welcome Dawn Crystal back to UWealth Revolution. Dawn, welcome back.
Well, aloha. Wow, what an introduction. Thank you, Darius. Welcome home. Thank you for welcoming me home to your soul family. I'm so grateful to be back again. And I do feel like I am part of your soul family now. I've been here for a while. So thank you for that, and I want to say thank you to everybody here.
Yeah, I've got to start with what you're discovering about frequency. You have, for a long time, talked about this higher body or this higher essence, and it would seem a higher essence would want a higher frequency. Is that where these God cell frequency discoveries tend to fit in to what you're doing now?
Well, I really feel that, like you said, my sound that comes through my voice, which is all I like to call it from the divine creator, I don't really bring in a modality to my work, so I'm just pure sound vibration. So that's why my sounds might sound a little weird on the phone when people hear me, but it's not about my voice. It's about what's underneath my voice, which is a high frequency, which I like to say is brought in from the divine creator. It's just my gift. You know, we all have gifts, and I'm no better than anybody else, but I just have a very high frequency. I've always had it, and that's probably, Darius, why I've never really fit in my whole lifetime with society here, because I've always been kind of an outcast, you know. But yeah, my sound frequency is really, I like to call shift and change people to whatever level they're at, because I'm all about honoring their vibration and also helping them to raise their frequency in any way that I'm called in to work with a person, either individually or by groups, to shift and change consciousness, not just consciousness and blocks in the mind, and I'm good at clearing the subconscious, the unconscious, and the core patterns of people. But I'm really, one of my gifts is to really help the physical body raise frequency, and really do it in a sustained way where your body can actually keep raising frequency, but doing it in a way that your body can actually sustain it, meaning hold it and keep raising your frequency and being healthy on the journey. Because you just mentioned something, Darius, which was really hit really clearly with me, is that we're all, we're all doing our work as far as soul work, or whatever you want to call it, raising our frequency to being the crystalline body that you say, right? But but there's a journey to get there, and we all have different, different karmic or journeys, or if you want to call it just things that we've kind of are working on in this lifetime to raise our physical and energetic bodies. Okay, so I really come into working, of course, above in the stars, and like you said, that's why I bring in these really high, above, beyond Earth frequencies through my voice, which is really connected to the divine. I don't bring in some weird modality or anything like that. But I'm also here to help people where they're at right now, and it means if they have physical issues, a lot of times it could be emotionally related, but it also could be things that are hereditary, or we're talking today about environmental as well, of things that we're dealing with right now, just living in our bodies in 3D Earth, and we were just talking about a lot of things that are happening on our planet that might be challenging for the body right now.
Exactly. Now, you speak about these frequencies quite a bit. I mean, we're going to feel them. Where do they come from? Have you ever gotten an idea of the source of some of these frequencies, Dawn?
Yeah, I've been humbled. Humbled and crying in a corner, in a fetal position, really. I really want to say that I'm one of these. I'm a healer. It is my gift to be a healer. I think every profession that there's someone who's meant to do what they're supposed to do, and then there's some people who just do it, just like a hairdresser. Some hairdressers are good, some are meant to do it, and some are not. What I feel is I just was born into doing this is who I am. It's not really what I'm doing. It's who I am. I'm really meant to come in this time, this age or whatever year, whatever it is, to do this work to really, we're all shifting and changing on this planet and raising vibrational. I'm actually work with the whales, and whales are probably one of the highest vibrations on the planet. That's one reason why I live in Hawaii, because I'm working with not just the Lemurian frequency here, which I was guided here, but I'm also working with water animals, okay? So what I'm saying is that my work here is to really shift and change consciousness, but also raise frequency, but we have to do it in a sustained way that meets people where they're at, because I could tell you, I've had a lot of health challenges in this lifetime too, and a lot of trauma. And even though I've had these high frequencies coming through me, I was really spent most of my life just being alone and really just living with animals, and I still do. I'm not saying anything's wrong with humans, so please don't get me wrong. But really just spending the time on myself, whatever I need to do to clear myself, so I can actually show up to be a high frequency, clear consciousness, clear on all levels to help somebody. Otherwise, I wouldn't be true to what I'm doing, So I walk my talk is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. And so your feeling on the frequencies is they come from higher
divine
realms.
Creator.
Do you have any idea? Divine Creator.
Well, I know they're not from a planet. So I know, because I don't really communicate with other beings and all this stuff. I'm not into all that. I'm into just pure source connection. And I can tell you something. This energy that comes through me is something that I had to gradually, I like to call integrate on my journey. Like what I'm saying is downloads from the divine. It wasn't like something that I just brought in and here I am. I spent many years, like I said, just clearing out my own stuff so I could actually bring in these frequencies, but also my body can handle them. I mean, truthfully, these energies that come through me are like electricity in my body. In the beginning, I barely could handle it, and it's taken me many years to be able to embody it and also integrate it, because it's not just about bringing it in. Here I am, high vibration. No, I need to live it. I need to. It needs to integrate within me. So it's taken me many years to clear my own low vibrations, my own density, my own stagnations, my own trauma. Again, I'm still working on the environmental stuff, because we're being bombarded so much right now with environmental pollutions, toxins, and vaccinations that we've had. And this is why we're in this call today on part of it. It's to help us get to the crystalline body that, Darius, as you're mentioning, but
yes.
we have to do it in a sustained way where we can actually help ourselves, right? So we can actually keep ourselves clear.
We're kind of like feeding.
As things come up.
We're kind of feeding the body. I thought about this today as I was, feeling into the call and experiencing some of your work again. I thought, well, we're just feeding the crystalline body. We're giving it the food it needs to become a bigger and bigger part of our life, of our experience here on Earth. And isn't that how we should all want to go through our experience on Earth, is being that body? What does the sound do when we open up to these sounds? What does it do to the denser stuff we're holding? Let's say there's dense patterns. What happens to those?
Oh, well, they start dissolving. They start clearing. But, these energies, they feel yum to some people. But like for me, I'm just being honest. I connect people with their soul. Really, my sounds, Darius, is really connecting people in with a very. I'm a soul reader. So basically, when I have callers come here, I actually give soul readings on top of me scanning the body. I'm like a human. I like to call myself a human X-ray machine as well. But I can scan the body and see what's going on. But I also talk to the higher self, which gives me information, Everybody has their own word for it. I call it the soul or the higher self, and I can connect in. But I like to say that these energies could feel yum for a while, but also they can start bringing up sludge, or I call it sludge, or just density within yourself.
Right.
That may not, I'm not one to just say that, you're cured in 1 second. I'm all about doing the work, okay? Because people who've known me over the years, and I've been doing this almost 30 years, okay, everybody, my healing, and I didn't evolve to where I'm at now overnight either. I have to say I went through a lot of times where I was on the couch for a couple weeks clearing my sludge or my density, because I came in with so much trauma. Everybody's got a different story, Darius. Some people, bless their hearts if they have the perfect loving family and they didn't have a lot of trauma, or maybe some people have traumas later in life, and I'm just talking about in general. Me, I had trauma from day one. And then then we're talking about other stuff that happens in our life. We might have injuries, accidents, surgeries, shots, vaccinations, things that we are probably sometimes we don't really do enough research in the beginning. And maybe, with me, even when I went to school as a kid, they made me take all these shots, and it's fine. I'm not telling people not to take shots, but I'm just talking about what I can see, Darius, is what these, I call them synthetics, due to our physical bodies, our natural bodies that are not really used to knowing how to deal with this, and really detox this stuff out of the body. And basically what it does is it turns into more density within ourselves within a period of time, and our compounds on each other. And it's synthetics mainly, environmental pollutions, but mainly synthetics, what we put in our bodies. We even have it in our foods. And I'm not saying that we have to freak out, and I'm not trying to put people in fear, because that's the last thing I want to do. Is my gifts are to get people from beyond fear, but
out of it,
just being realistic, and it just, this stuff compounds in the body, and then we wonder why our circuitry, our divine circuitry might be kind of clogged or not really clear, or you're just feeling sluggish in the body, not feeling your vibrant self, feeling kind of fatigued. It goes into other things, it could go into all kinds of immune issues, pathogens, it's just all kinds of stuff that happens. But a lot of times, a lot of this doesn't just happen overnight. And as I notice our Earth and what's out there right now, it's really hard to find things that are really pure, as far as foods. And, I live in Hawaii, Darius. I'm going to tell you, I live in everyone thinks Hawaii, oh, great, Hawaii. But I live in one of the highest vibration of radiation here. I have to constantly clear myself weekly, pretty much, of radiation here. Wow. And I think a lot of it washed in from the Japan, Hiroshima.
Fukushima.
It washed on our shores here. So a lot of people, even my clients who live here, are dealing with just even California is a really hot place where they have a lot of radiation. But I'm just giving you examples of just stuff that can accumulate in the body that could actually make you feel not yourself, or you feel like something more wrong with you. And sometimes it's just simple as just getting your body back to almost like your bodies are made to clear this stuff out naturally. So I don't want people to think that our bodies are not made to clear this naturally. Environmental toxins and all stuff like that, Darius, and not so much with the vaccines. I think it's really hard on the body to clear any vaccines. I've cleared almost all my childhood vaccines out of myself. It's taken me a while until I really know how to do it like I do now. But radiation and environmental toxins can be easily cleared out of your body, but our bodies are being so bombarded with this right now that it's really our bodies are getting taken to a point. I mean, a lot of people are having immune issues with this too because it's really taking a toll on our bodies. And our bodies are just overwhelmed by just the load of it. You know what I'm saying? Just the load of just heaviness and stuff that wasn't there many years. I'm just talking even 5G, okay? We're talking just our cell phones, everybody, and things like that we carry on our bodies that are also affecting us too. But I'm just saying it's all accumulative. And my goal is to get people back into our bodies being able to heal itself. But also, Darius, my main focus is to get people to feeling better in their bodies and feeling like their true self again. Maybe they never felt like their true self. I'm hoping that you had a fun summit. Everybody felt good, but maybe they just kind of lost it. And they're feeling tired and they're feeling older than what.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to jump in to share a few of the things people are saying real quick because, Dawn, it is actually music to our ears because people are writing in right now. One person, Kim, said, Dawn, your voice and Darius's are like light to my life and to my day. It's the icing on the cake. So special. Another person wrote in and said, it feels like my chakras are super jammed. Another person said, I've got infections in the crowns of my mouth, says Julie. We want to help her if we can today. Another person said, I have past vows keeping me in poverty. Another person said, I am feeling like my whole left side is just in huge pain. So there's so much going on in the bodies, Dawn. One thing that you mentioned here today are something called God sound frequencies. What exactly are those? And I know we're going to start to open up to these God sound or God cell frequencies, but what are these frequencies from your understanding?
Well, again, I like to always give. It's divine source. Okay, I like to say we all have our. We all have our own. I never bring in religion to my work, everybody. I'm very, very neutral. Okay, so when I say God source or source creator, I'm honoring your belief systems. I just call it the creator of all of life. Okay, that makes it easy for me. In this way, everybody kind of resonates with me because I don't really like to even use chakras anymore. I like to use energy centers when we're talking about that because some people get sensitive when I say chakras and that's not their belief system. So I like to call it energy centers of the body, just so everybody knows how neutral I am, and I'm just here to serve those who are ready for my work, really. But I like to call it just one light, one energy, everybody. We I'm not saying that, there's other energies out there that do help humanity. Sure. I honor that everybody has their own way of getting their own assistance to help humanity, and I totally honor and respect every healer out there because, we all do things in our own way. But mine just happens always from day one. I've never, and maybe my upbringing kind of brought me right to the creator, Darius, because when I grew up, I didn't have angels, and maybe I did, but I just basically just had source in my soul, or whatever you want to call it. But because I grew up with so much trauma, and I've been in so many life or death situations in my life, I think it was really good training. I like to say I would never want to repeat my life, Darius, but I think my whole life has been training for me to be strongly, I call it just plugged in to the divine. I really don't go wishy-washy, and you can hear it in my voice. I'm very firm at what I say because I really wholeheartedly live this, and I really feel like I'm totally plugged into the divine. And I'm not saying we're all connected to divine, everybody, so please don't get me wrong, but this is just my gift, how I bring it in this lifetime. Not everybody's meant to be a healer. It just happens to be my gift. I wasn't even planning on being a healer in this lifetime. It just happened to be what it is, so I'm here to just do all I know. And I respect everybody's gifts because we're all different. We're all going to bring different gifts to the planet. So I like to call a strong source connection for the divine creator of all of life. I don't really try to reach out to other planets or other beings because I really don't need to. I really had this very strong source connection from a very young age, even though I had no idea what it was, except I know that it's kind of kept me out of trouble most of my life, and it's kept me out of harm's way, because I think there's a lot of times, I mean, I could have been really either not here right now, or really hurt. So I know that there's always been something there. Just it took me to be homeless. I was homeless once in my life, everybody. Where it really took me out of my ego. It crushed my ego, actually. To the size of nothing, in order for me to be here right now, to be totally connected, to know that that's the part of us that I like to call source connection, source energy, everybody, is the energy that beats your heart and breathes your lungs. It does it for every living creature on the planet. And it does it without us even thinking about it, harmoniously, unless we have an injury.
That's right.
It's perfectly timed and balanced. But, I'm not saying that, things that happen to us may affect that. But that's for basically everybody on this planet, including the animals, is the divine source connection.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to ask you, Dawn, what are you seeing cosmically, like as you kind of look around or you start to feel into the frequencies of the earth right now? What is happening cosmically or earthly, and what is it doing to your clients? What are the things your clients maybe are experiencing as a result of different shifts that could be happening?
Just a lot of emotional upheaval lately, because a lot of people are feeling, you have a lot of sensitives on your show, and I totally respect it. I'm one myself. Just feeling a lot of the shifts in this earth, but it's not really always feeling good to everybody. I know a lot of people are just feeling a lot of... Yeah, there's a lot of emotional, just bringing up old, these energies are really kind of purging things within us. And I know I've been going through this for years, where I have periods where I'm really bringing up stuff that could be ancestral too. I actually clear a lot of the stuff from my ancestors and my family that I've been hearing my whole life, and I had no idea that was mine or not. But it's just a lot of extreme emotional upheaval. And if you've had some really, places in yourself that you kind of push things down or just didn't want to see it, maybe like a lot of us do, especially when we can't deal with it at a young age, it's coming up, and sometimes it could be a storm for us for a while we go through this. But, these are the times we really have to reach in deep within ourselves and connect in with our divine source connection, or our own creator, whatever we believe. And also do a lot of grounding and meditation. I try to, I'm very busy too, just like you are, Darius, and a lot of other people here. I don't have a life where I sit on my butt when I'm not here. I'm actually really busy. So I don't get a whole lot of time to go in the ocean as much as I'd like to, because I live in paradise, but I'm always working, whatever my soul is guiding me to do. But I try to sit on the sand or the earth at least once a day. Even if it's taking my dog to the beach for half an hour. That's about all I get. But it's just to really connect myself in with Mother Earth, because Mother Earth is here also to support us. So I'm not saying that, Source is, Source creator, but Mother Earth is here. We're living on this planet, is also here to support us as well.
Yeah,
okay?
I love that. Dawn, quick question. How is it showing up in the bodies that you work with? I've read a lot of stories from folks who were having tightness or density or physical challenges in the body, and then the frequencies lifted them out. What are you seeing most recently with people in your healing community?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I see just a ton of stagnation. Okay, people just feeling I don't know. I feel like I've aged 10 years, more, and they're not really old, but just feeling really sluggish, kind of heavy. Some people are feeling, the pain of the blockages because they've been there for a while. And it's, again, these earth frequencies that you're talking about are starting to say knock, knock on us, right? And it gets our attention. And sometimes the attention that we get from these really high frequencies that do come here, I just want to let you know, are here to raise our attention to say we need to do something about it, even though we didn't recognize it before. And it can show up as a little pain, too. But just really sluggishness, Darius. Sluggishness, heaviness. Just grogginess, a lot of fatigue. So those are really the big ones right now, because like I said, we're raising our consciousness, we're raising our frequency and our whatever we need to do. But in the meantime, we need to clear out what's there so we can do that in the physical, because we can't forget about our physical bodies. There's some people out there that are good and they like to, live outside their body and do all this outside the body work up in the stars. But you know what? We need to bring the body on the journey, everybody. We could still live a very high frequency in our physical body. I used to be one of those people, Darius. I used to love, I loved living out of my body when I was a kid. I used to escape my body because I didn't want to be in the trauma of my body. Okay? But I learned it as more as I grew and been spiritually more awake and matured spiritually, I realized I wasn't always comfortable living my body until I started clearing out this heavy sludge. And now, you could bring heaven into your body on earth. And actually, when you do bring in your high frequency energy of your divine self into your bodies, everybody, that's when you really start living life. I can get really deep here. That's when you really align to your soul's calling more, where you bring in the physical part of you, not just the energetics, and live outside the body. And that's all fun, do all that. That's great for a while, and then it gets boring. And then we came in this body in this lifetime. See, this is our vehicle, right? But the goal is your soul wants to embody in you, okay? Wants to embody in your body so your soul can actually maybe give you some new gifts, maybe give you some new ways of being,
right.
Bring in better health, okay? So my goal, and that's one of my gifts, is to really help people's soul and body, okay? So I'm talking bringing your essence, your life force into your body and grounding it there, because some people just aren't really okay with that. But I think more and more people are realizing that it's necessary.
What are the signs, Dawn, that you see? Because I get it, I get it in many respects, is that this crystalline body, this God essence body starts coming in through the sound. Your body starts ingesting it. It starts feeding on it, starts vibrating higher. It's almost like in training to a higher frequency, and it breaks up the density, the sound does. What are the signs maybe that we have density in our life, or our body is kind of like not able to slough off the dense vibration and really feed on the high vibration at once? What are the signs of that? What do you see?
I see a lot of change, and this is actually happening in my life too, where I've actually kind of made some major changes and shifts in my life on a physical level. We are creatures of habit, okay? So a lot of times it's hard for us to move on even from a job that we've been there for a long time. I'm not telling you to go without a job, people. I'm just talking about sometimes we need to kind of move on to something else, even if it's out of our comfort zone, because it's shifting us out of an old way of being that we're so used to. I mean, I've walked away from relationships. I've walked away from things that weren't supporting me. And I'm not saying within judgment, because I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm not here. I do it with the highest vibration of respect and love when it's time to leave. I bless everything that's been in my life up until that moment. But I find that that's also another part of us moving in the physical realm and receiving these energies, is we need to kind of be willing to let go of things that we've been holding on to. Now, some people, I respect. We live in a 3D life, in a 3D body, and we are with people. I've had people who have been in relationships. And I'm just giving you examples, okay? Relationships, and they've just kind of stuck in the relationship because they're used to living at a certain level of income, okay? And they stay with this person. They're not happy. They don't even have anything in common spiritually with their partner. I'm just giving you an example, but they stay with it because of the comfort of the money. And I respect that. I'm not here to say anything negative about that. But sometimes it's hard to leave that, and actually follow your soul and your higher calling, because it's, we're still living in this 3D life, and we have we have choices. We have choices. What we choose. And some of these choices are not always easy to take when we're so used to being a certain way, and we want to kind of take everything, but sometimes we need to trust a little bit more. And, if your higher self says, you need to leave this relationship, and, I know I went homeless, Darius. Okay. I left my relationship, gave everything to my ex-husband, and went homeless. Okay. Lived out of a car for 6 months.
That's right.
So I'm first here and I've written about it too in my books. It wasn't easy. Okay. But boy, where did my gifts come from after that? But boom, my sound came through me big time. Okay. Because my sounds that I have now were here to help me at the time, but they were there, but they didn't show like that until I was willing to take that next step, even though I was challenged, most people's challenges maybe weren't as extreme as mine, but I think that's one reason why I had to do that, so I could be true to what I do now. But I'm just letting you know, my gifts didn't even plummet. I mean, just surge until I just left everything in my life and went homeless. Now, I'm not telling that for anybody to do that. I'm just saying that was where my calling was for, okay? That's how extreme my soul had me take in order for me to do what I'm doing right now. And I am so grateful that I did, but I certainly want to tell everybody I would never repeat my past, and I never want to, because I've cleared the karma from that, thank goodness, where I won't have to come in any lifetime if I choose to in the future to repeat that. Okay. So,
yeah, and I think a lot of us, I had a near-death experience on a motorcycle 12 years ago or so now.
Yeah.
Was it like 13?
Yeah.
No, 14.
Oh, wow.
And, now I realize that a lot of us kind of went through these hard things so that we can kind of lead the way and make it easier for folks so they don't have to go through that. So that's the good thing about kind of waking up at this time, even though everyone has their challenges. It's an easier way to move through the energy. Well, what I want to do, Dawn, I am really excited about feeding higher vibration here and letting people's light bodies, their crystalline bodies, the bodies that have no discomfort, the bodies that don't age, the bodies that are their essence, really absorb this frequency. And I want to go to some callers. We got a lot of questions. First question we got is from Jesse, who is live in Lansing, Michigan. Can we take Jesse's call? Would that be okay, Dawn?
Yeah, I'm excited.
You're ready? Okay. 517 area code. Jesse, you're live with Dawn Crystal. We're talking about this new 5D crystalline body upgrades and God source energy. What's going on?
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for taking my call.
Yeah. What's happening?
What's going on? I'm not sure.
That's a great answer. We're open. We're open to possibilities.
Right. I have a lot of infections around and dental work that was done wrong all my life. You know, I was only not even 5 years old. They said they were cutting out 5 wisdom teeth because my mouth wouldn't have enough room for them. And I used to go back every 6 months, and they would say, "Oh, the cavity's not big enough yet. It's coming from the inside." And I thought, why am I coming here then, you know?
Oh.
Then start drilling. Oops. Oh, boy. Oh, no, it's bigger than I thought. And then he would go through the side of my tooth. And so,
gosh, dear
and
heart.
he didn't know how to give the shots. He didn't know how to give the shots. And so he would drill without Novocaine. He didn't know how to do it. We'd put shots in and they wouldn't work. It was a nightmare. Actually, I was gassed before I was 5 years old, and he made my mother leave the office, which is what I found out from another dentist. You never should ever leave your child there, and they don't have to gas them, you know. And then he had trouble getting me to wake up, and I thought that it made you really sick, and the dentist recently told me, no, that doesn't make you sick. Something else made you sick. You know, after I woke up, I was not even 5. I was so nauseated. And so I don't know what's gone on, you know, with my teeth or with energies or karma or ancestral things. I don't understand, you know, all of it. But I was wondering if there's a way that I can begin to clear this up and heal it. And so, and I was in a very bad relationship that I'm out of now, and I've helped other people to get out of unhealthy situations. Of course, I don't do it professionally. I just do it when God leads me to do it.
Okay.
But I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this kind of thing, like working in this kind of field. I don't know. I'm open to everything, but I don't really know which way to go next. And
it sounds like it's starting to come in, like there's just all these things coming in. Dawn, what can we do for Jessie here today? It sounds like she's had some openings.
Well, there's no coincidence that she's talking here with me on the show, because most of my life, Jessie, I was traumatized with the dentist. And I'm just letting you know, I was traumatized at a very young age. Had a lot of my teeth pulled out, had all my teeth filled with fillings of mercury. But I'm just letting you know, I went through all my gums being drilled, not my teeth, as a child with Dr. Frankenstein, if you want to call it. But the main thing for you is what, okay, so what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to give you some compassion and know that you're not the only one who's been through the karmic. Karmic is what your soul is telling me. You're here to, you signed up, there's no victimhood here. And your soul is saying that you came in, it could have been a lot worse than some of my other clients. So the thing is gratitude that, yes, you're getting through it right now. Darius is right. But there's also, your soul is asking you if you're willing to forgive everybody, including the dentist in your life, then all this stuff that's happened to you, and just let it go. So this way, these high vibration frequencies can start coming in to support you more. And it's deep with you because, you know, this has been kind of compounded because you went through many lifetimes of not having a voice. This is part of this in this lifetime. Maybe you did hit, I don't know if you had a voice as a child this lifetime, but there's a lot with the voice, okay? Being heard.
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Okay?
So my one sister said, I have 4 sisters, and I think my father said something about something I said. She keeps saying the same thing over and over. And my oldest sister said, because nobody listens to her.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
the thing is being seen and not heard, but this is also deeper than that. So, Jesse, I call you the old soul of the family. You came in with a pretty heavy load this lifetime, but you're laughing right now, and I could bring in some frequency to assist in clearing some of this, more of this. This toxic stuff in your teeth, this infection is really just old stuff. I kind of feel as a child this lifetime you were there, but you weren't really being heard, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, heard. Really heard.
I almost died of asthma 3 times.
Okay, there you right, but this is deeper than that. So what I'm saying is, are you willing right now? I don't know if you want to be open just to a little mini healing. I spent a little bit of time with you to move some energy for you.
Yeah.
But to really get this moving for you, meaning that are you willing really to step into your spiritual maturity 100% and say, I'm just going to surrender this to the Divine Creator and let the Divine Creator handle the karmic part of this? Because I kind of feel like you've been through this horrible kind of negative experience with the dentist. I imagine you probably don't even enjoy going to the dentist right now because you're still dealing with it. But it just needs to shift some karmic here, energy here a little bit more. But it's up to you, and it's in your timing. All I could do is offer to start moving it if you're willing to take the route of spiritual maturity.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's just bring in a little light for you. Are you open to energy work if I just bring in a little sound to start the energy process in your teeth? Now, I want to mention, because I do work very short and I'm very fast, and I don't really explain everything I'm doing when I'm making sound, but my main thing I just want you to know is that your highest will and good is happening here, and it's coming in from the divine, and you just need to trust and know that when we get off the phone here that it's going to work on you beyond this short time, and you just got to let your body detox. let things kind of unfold, because you might have some emotion come up after this, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's bring in some light. And if you don't feel it, that's fine. Everybody's, sensitive. Some people are not sensitive to my work, but just know you're receiving it regardless of what you feel, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's bring in the divine highest vibration of life from the Divine Creator to support you. And we're going to clear your heart, and you're willing to forgive everybody in your life who's, maybe not heard you, or the dentist. Are you willing to go there?
Yes.
Or dentist with an S.
Yes.
Okay, let's do that now.
Yeah. I'm willing.
This. Okay, this is for anybody else in the group here too, Darius. I work as a group collective, so anybody else who has had this kind of issue, you could tune in and receive these frequencies as well. So let's do that right now, Jesse, and receive. So make a little bit of pop sound here. Tell me if you feel this energy release at your top of your head. So this is a high-pitched sound I make to clear energy. So you're talking about energy moving. I just moved it off your crown, just a little bit of stagnation. Thank you. You might get a little dizzy here for a minute, so stay seated while I'm doing this. Clearing the heart space a little bit. Bringing love and light into your heart. Thank you. Clearing up this victimhood energy. Thank you. Going into the teeth and gums. Getting energy moving through your throat. Balancing your throat chakra. Can you feel that a little bit?
I normally don't feel things. I don't know if I've stuffed my feelings because it was.
Well, you're in the process of opening up to feelings, so this is okay. We kind of numb ourselves early on in life, but you're starting to open. So just be aware that it's okay. Okay, it's okay. It's a process. You're opening up like a flower. So just see how you are after this today for a few days, okay? I'm in your teeth and gums right now, okay? Clearing out infection. Got a little bit of a TMJ. I'm clearing. Bring in more of your life force energy to your feet as well on planet Earth, and your body as you're safe and loved. Doing that now. Okay, so just take a deep breath, and I work so beyond the mind that it takes a little bit of time for your body to catch up to the frequencies that come in, and that's okay.
Perfect.
Some people feel it right away, and some people will take a little bit of time. I have clients I've worked with for years, just to give you an example, Jesse, that it takes them 2 or 3 days to really integrate. Okay,
Well,
So,
Jesse, let us know what you're feeling,
yeah.
and then we got so many people, and Jesse, we're
Yeah,
sending big love to you. I'm going to go to, we've got Earl in Denver, Colorado, or someone calling in from that area code, and anyone we work on, this is going to keep opening up, so let us know on the Q&A line what's happening, what you're feeling. 303 area code, who do we have? Maybe Earl or a Henderson somewhere in Denver?
Hi, my name is Kathy.
Hey, Kathy, what's happening today?
Hi, Dawn. My main symptoms are just extremely itchy skin and a lot of skin things. Eczema across my back and shoulders, really thick and severe, moles and brown spots. And I also have a hard time seeing through my eyes. I'm having balance and vision issues. And these are both long-term things I've had for a while. And I've done a lot of energy work. I've been on a healing path for over 30 years. So anything we can do to move this through.
Bless you for all your work already. I'll say that. Thank you for what you're doing for yourself and the planet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, Kathy, any trauma happened to you in this lifetime? Just curious. Any trauma? Any shocks? Because I see that in your body. I don't know if it's from somebody you're related to, but it's definitely shock.
Yeah, a lot of emotional trauma. A lot of car accidents and falling.
Yeah.
And
you do have some karmic energy going through you, but you're doing a really good job, just like the last caller. So no coincidence you're here. You also have environmental toxins, so you're on the right call today, because it's this is what I'm here today, to help our bodies help themselves. But sometimes we get a little overwhelmed by environmental toxins, and you are sensitive to seasonal allergies as well. What state do you live in? Just curious.
Colorado.
Yeah, so you got some environmental toxins there. Kathy, I'd like to just bring in, because we have a lot of people here, I'd like to just bring in some energy of light. Do you normally feel energy from other healers when they work on you?
Oh, yeah, and I've worked with you. I've done a lot.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
Okay, so you feel my energy? Okay, so you know how I work then. Okay, I don't remember how long it's been. Has it been a while?
We've worked together this year once. And
we did? Okay.
I love energy
I'm
work.
sorry, Kathy. I'm sorry, but doing my own work, I sometimes zone out. It's just hard for you to keep track, but you sound familiar to me. That's the main thing. Okay, so Kathy, since you know my work, I don't need to explain everything, but right now it's about the shock stuff is kind of deep, so you just have some shock ready to be released, because that's actually affecting your skin too. I'd like to kind of clear that, okay? And kind of desensitize your body to that as well, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, so let's do some energy sound, and just know that the energies will work on you beyond this short mini healing, I call it. And you said you've been itchy, so let's clear a little bit of this toxins, okay? Ready? Got some toxins in your blood I need to clear, okay? You ready?
Thank you, yeah.
Let's do that right now. Did you used to drink your Solstice, any kind of sweeteners years ago? Any kind of synthetics ever?
Drugs in the 70s, but I've been...
Maybe like Diet Coke or something, or anything like that?
Oh, sure. Yeah, back in the...
Yeah, well, the reason why I'm asking is because I see it. So your body is purging. Again, Darius, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm talking about what I'm talking about today. Your body is starting to try to purge some of these old NutraSweet, Sweet and Low stuff out of your body. So that's part of this itchiness too. I'm just going to try to move some of that out, okay?
Okay.
So let's do that now. But you're starting to detox it, so I'm just going to help your body a little bit.
Okay.
The energy is coming up, so you're going to get maybe a little dizzy, so stay seated while I'm doing this. Going into your blood, I got to get past the blood-brain barrier, so let me do that now. There we go. I'm like the Roto-Rooter. You're going to start feeling this. I mean, it's going to come energetically. Clearing your liver as well. Your liver's kind of stagnated. Just going to help your liver as well by doing a little detox on the liver. Excuse me. Do you feel that on your right side?
I just feel good.
And there's a lot of emotions on the liver too, by the way. So we'll let those come up as well. You should be feeling a flow. It goes through your body up and out. Go moving it through your blood as well. There's a lot of emotions leaving as well. And toxicity. Grounding your energy to planet Earth so you're not dizzy when we get done here. Oh, good, Kathy. You received that very well. Take a deep breath and tell me how that's starting to feel.
I feel like myself.
Nice.
Feel way more clear. I lived such a clean and organic lifestyle for 33 years. I don't know what more I can do as far as environmental toxins, but thank you. I feel a lot more clear. Yeah.
What were you feeling before you came on? Was it just kind of feeling off or fuzzy?
I'm always, I'm constantly getting body work and, doing things to help myself. I'm surviving a lot,
All right, yeah, I'm going to get you out of that survival for sure into that thrival.
Yeah, feeling more clear.
Oh, beautiful. Well, this is exactly, Dawn, I mean, you were saying it, that there's clearing happening right now. I want to go to one more person. We'll go a little quicker. We've got Pavi in London, who's a longtime listener. Pavi, what's going on with you? And I want to move quickly on this. So, Pavi, you want to do some energy work, right? So you're ready to go. What's happening on your end, Pavi?
Hi, Darius and Dawn. Thank you so much for taking my call. I'm starting to feel a lot of energy of feeling abandoned and betrayal in my body because I've been through trauma just like you, Dawn, from day one.
Yeah.
And after my marriage ended, I'm just feeling so much abandonment, betrayal. I'm wondering if you can tune in and maybe help me release some of those energies.
Oh, yeah, I see it right now. And I want to bring some love and light to your inner child. Do you mind if I do a little mini healing with you?
Absolutely. I'd be honored. Thank you.
Okay, Pavi, I don't think we've worked together before, so I want you to be open to the divine creator coming through to support you. Nothing love, because you've been kind of violated before, right? So this energy is only going to come in with the highest vibration of love and light in the way you can feel it because you've been kind of violated, as I could see that. So let's go ahead and just receive it, and I'm going to tell your inner child of you, because that's kind of not sure, that we're going to bring love and light into her heart, in your heart space. So she might cry, so just allow her to be because she's felt very abandoned, okay?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, we need to have her feel that she's safe and loved, and it's from the divine that's within you. So let's go ahead and bring in some light. And Pavi, I'm going to clear out these trapped emotions. There's a lot of abandonment and betrayal there coming up. So we're just going to kind of clear it and also desensitize you to that too, okay? So you don't keep reliving the past, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, so let's do that right now. And receive, my dear, receive the highest will and good for you out of unconditional love. Just going to start clearing some stuff here. So you might feel some energy moving out of your stomach area, solar plexus. These are just a lot of trapped emotions. Bringing every age of you back in your heart space with the highest vibration of divine love going into their hearts right now. And you might feel this because they've just been feeling so lonely most of their life, like they've been abandoned. I just want them to know they're loved so beyond measure. They're a child of the divine creator, worthy to be loved because they are love itself. Just let them feel that. Nothing forced. So now they're releasing. Feel that? They needed to feel the safety. So I'm showing them back home to who they are. Can you feel that in your heart space a little, Pavi?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm just trying to feel lighter. So thank you for that.
They're just taking it. They're taking it in a way that they feel safe. So I'm not forcing it. Okay.
Right.
I'm introducing who they really are, which feels a little foreign to them because they haven't been shown this before. So I'm just introducing them to who they really are, and they're receiving it out of just really love. So I'm clearing a lot of this energy that you just mentioned that you're feeling as well. Clearing the heaviness and the sludge. I call it just the heaviness of life off your shoulders. Weighing you down. bring your, I call it your personal power to your feet in this earth, in your body right now. Okay, take a deep breath. Tell me what you're aware of. You know, these sounds are beyond your mind, but it takes a little time for the body to catch up. But how's it starting to feel?
Oh my gosh, I feel so much lighter. Thank you.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I'm wondering if all that trauma has to do with my eczema too. I have like eczema on my hands. Like it just comes and goes, and I just can't seem to get rid of it. Is there something that you can tune into in the eczema why it keeps coming and going? Just never.
Well, you've been carrying trauma that's been rotating through your body, and I just cleared a lot of it. I can only clear what your soul, your higher self shows me.
Right.
I'm letting you know I don't overstep that boundary because I can only clear what I see. You know.
Okay, got it.
And everything's in the moment. But your soul's telling you that it's just old. And I don't know if you had some shock and trauma because that's part of it too. And, like I said, right now I just moved a ton of heaviness and emotions. I don't know if you can't feel it. Your heart's feeling lighter. I mean, it's starting to affect your heart. And your inner child is finally just started to feel loved that they didn't feel before, and they're feeling safe. So I don't know if you could feel the sense of like almost like you take a deeper breath. You know?
Yes.
It could be so, I mean, it's so simple but so powerful, you know?
It really is. Yeah, thank you. And you're such an inspiration after I heard your story.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're such an inspiration to me, and I'm sure to, women all over the world because you're such a strong, inspiring woman. So thank you. Thank you for being such a light.
She is. She's so strong. I just let her take the reins. I'm not getting in her way.
No, I love you. Darius, I just get so excited here. I'm so excited like a kid.
Yeah. No, you're a lot like me. I mean, we just get excited. And let me tell you, the beautiful thing about it, Dawn, is that energy gives all of us power. And that's the thing it's a beautiful thing. So, Pavi, thank you so much. And thank you, everybody. And I want to check real quick on the Q&A line because we're going to do something for everyone today. And I want to check to see, a lot of questions coming in and a lot of energies moving. And a lot of work yet to do. So, Dawn, I am loving this session today, and I'm loving where we're going because we are talking about empowering the bodies with the pure energies that they need and also the higher energies that they are calling for right now. And you had a feeling that we need to do a restoration clearing on allergens. Now, allergies could be things from the trees, but could also be allergies to certain other things in the world, right? I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on that we are not really – our bodies don't really want, that they're kind of forced to accept in today's world. So tell us a little bit about what we're going to do, and then let's do it.
Yeah, we're just going to do a general allergy clearing, but I'm going to desensitize everybody too because we'll be working. These are very potent frequencies I bring in. So we'll be working a little bit on clearing food allergies, seasonal allergies, indoor allergies, and just allergies that might affect our respiratory. Some people even have asthma from allergies. Maybe it makes you feel congestion and all that stuff. So basically it's going to be a little different than what I do today, but I'm going to be using sound. So do you want me to just start explaining what we're going to do, Darius?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Okay, so basically I'll have everybody stay seated. And as I'm making these sounds today, I'm just going to kind of tell you, because not everybody's going to have food allergies or not be aware of them, but I want everybody to receive these anyway, because in case you do run across things in the future with all this desensitization I'm going to bring in here too, if you do get an allergy, it won't affect you so much. Like some people I know, they have to be on medications and all kinds of stuff. So my thing is to kind of get your body to being able to handle it. Do you know what I'm saying, Darius? So it's about empowering, right? So, but I also want to clear out some of this stuff too. So when I'm doing sound, I'm going to kind of tell you what I'm working on, and then I'm going to have you. Everybody's going to kind of do it in their own way. This is a little different. You're going to bring in white light. You're going to breathe in white light, and you're going to inhale white light as I'm making the sounds, and you're going to exhale out like dark gray smoke or black smoke, okay? And it's kind of a simple thing for your mind to do, but actually I'm really going to be doing it. So everybody might feel their bodies kind of shifting and changing because I'm going to be going in deep. But I'm also going to be clearing out sludge, okay? Sludge and accumulation of all this stuff. So even if you're not saying, I don't really have a food allergy, I don't have a seasonal allergy, trust me, just participate because this is going to help you for the rest of your life, okay?
Wow.
Okay, so let's go ahead and just take a couple deep breaths of white light, everybody. We're going to close our eyes, just getting us from our chatty minds, because I know my mind, you could get that way at times, and I have to always kind of just remember to go right into the body. So we're going to breathe in some white light, everybody, into our lower abdomen. Just close your eyes for a moment, coming into the here and now. So we're going to breathe in some white light into our lower abdomen and exhaling it out easy and effortless on the out breath. This is your little time for us right now. This is a mini activation, but very powerful. Coming in to support you, everybody. Today we're working on allergies, but this is going to help you in so many ways of your life. Of all future allergens, too, that might be happening on this planet, because there's always new stuff always affecting our planet and our environment. So we need to kind of, I like to call it, raise our frequency towards that and help our bodies to be able to deal with that as well and clear it on its own. So let's take a nice, easy breath of white light into our lower abdomens, everybody. And letting it go easy and effortless on the out breath. Nice how breath. Let's do one more. Nice, easy breath of white light into our lower abdomens, bringing in the pure light of source creator of love into your body. And letting it go easy and effortless on the out breath. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at the tops of our feet for just a minute while I make a little sound grounding us before we do this, so we get us in the body more so we're not too dizzy while I'm doing these activations. Put your attention, everybody, at the tops of your feet as I make a little sound right now. Just doing some, I like to call it soul embodiment for everybody. So let's receive this right now, this activation, just looking at the top of your feet. If you don't want to look at the top of your feet, just imagine the top of your feet. That's fine. Let's do that right now, and let's do this little activation. Okay, let's just take a nice easy breath. Energies of light are coming in, even if you don't feel it, trickling in right down to your tippy toes. Nice easy breath of white light from the divine. This is a gift to everybody. And exhaling it out easy and effortlessly on our out breath. Nothing forced, everybody. So let's go in and just, again, as I'm going to be working on 4 different topics here. So this will be very easy today. We're going to work on food allergies right now. So as I'm making these sounds, you're just going to breathe in white light. If you have a food allergy in mind that you already know, you can think about it as I'm clearing, because I'm going to desensitize you to that. But if you don't know about any food allergies, you don't need to. You just breathe in white light and release the dark gray smoke or black smoke on the out breath. Now, I don't want you to force the breath. When you're doing this, I don't want your body to hyperventilate. I just want you to do it easy. So your body's releasing as I'm bringing in light to kind of cleanse you out, okay? So we're going to and desensitize you is the word I'm using today. All right? So food allergies could be anything that we get from our foods. Peanuts is one. We could be nuts or milk, eggs. I mean, we all have different allergies. Some of us are not aware of them. Wheat is another one. So let's just bring in whatever food allergies. If you have them or you don't have them, this is going to help you future-wise as well. So you're desensitized. So let's go ahead and breathe in white light, exhaling out gray smoke or black smoke, whatever you want to do is whatever's comfortable for you. And let's do that right now as I go ahead and do the first activation of food allergies. I'm going to be making different tones. Don't worry about that if you hear them clearly or not. I just got to move the energy. Clearing the liver as well when I'm doing all these. Okay, energy is releasing. I want you to take a deep breath in between the activations into your lower abdomen and exhaling it out nice and easy on the out breath. Very good work, everybody. Let's continue. Let's go into seasonal allergies. If you have one in mind, you can think about it as I'm desensitizing you to that as well, clearing it out. But if you don't have one, you just stay there and receive this anyway because it's going to serve you in the long run. That may not be now, maybe it's in the future. Let's do the next seasonal activation and do the same. Bring in white light, breathing it in, exhaling it out, gray smoke, dark smoke on the out breath. Let's do it nice and easy. And let's begin the next activation. Clearing your liver as well. Okay, that's activating and leaving. Let's go ahead and take a nice easy breath of white light into your lower abdomen, everybody, and exhaling it out on the out breath, easy and effortless. Okay, we're going to continue now to doing the same thing, everybody. I'm just going right into indoor allergies. You know, that could be from anything. It could be from pet dander. It could be from anything. It could be dust. So dust sensitivities. Breathing in white light, exhaling out dark gray smoke or black smoke. Let's go ahead and receive this next activation of indoor allergies. I'm going to desensitize you as well. Clearing the liver. Oh, that's very good. Let's take a nice, easy breath of white light into the lower abdomen, everybody. Exhaling it out nice and easy on the out breath, okay? So let's just go into allergic asthma. That could be just any kind of respiratory issues. Maybe you do have asthma. I'm not saying this is going to cure it. I'm just saying that we're just going to go and desensitize whatever that's affecting you from allergies, your respiratory system. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that right now. They also will help your nose if you got runny nose. And I will be clearing out the liver again. So let's do the next activation, still breathing in white light, exhaling it out the dark gray smoke or black smoke. Let's go into the last activation right now, an allergic asthma activation, desensitization. Let's do that right now and receive. Might get a little dizzy on this one because I'm in the nasal, I'm in your nose and everything. Everybody just clearing out. Okay, let's just before we end this, let's put your. I want to ground you on that one because I was up in your head more, so I want to make sure you're not dizzy. So everybody, just look at the top of your feet for just a second. Okay, beautiful. Let's take a nice, easy breath of white light, everybody, into your lower abdomen. And exhaling it out nice and easy on the out breath. Beautiful work, everybody. Bringing you back to here and now. So you really received a good activation, everybody. And hopefully some people felt it because I think if anybody was sensitive to that, you would feeling a little bit lighter and definitely more expanded, okay, because I went in pretty deep. So with all that said, Darius, thank you so much for allowing me to share that group activation.
Wow. I'm going to tell you, I started breathing better. My nose literally cleared up deep in the sinus levels. So I really like that. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Oh, this is great. Let me know what y'all are feeling. Where did you feel it? What started opening up? Yeah, it literally feels like my whole nasal cavity just completely opened up. Wow. Okay. As people are writing in, I want to just share a few things that have been coming in since we're doing work on folks. Maria is just writing into us. I want to get to Maria in Zurich. Yes, we are going to get some help to you, Maria. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I want to get to Kathy as well. And Dawn, for people who are wondering about what you're doing and what is new this season, and as they're writing in right now, we're going to be getting some of their stories. You are moving into the area of vital body function and the God cell frequencies for the body. What is going on in the body that you're noticing that caused you to realize, okay, this is where we've got to move to. This is the next big thing coming. What is coming? What is going on? What are you seeing?
Well, we're just, as we've been talking, we've been just bombarded with just living our lives, right? Environmentally.
Yeah.
And just, things that we take in our bodies, ingesting, maybe just to our foods, okay? But this program is going to help your body operate at the highest levels in all stages of your life, really for the rest of your life, for everybody. I'm all about getting your body back to healing itself because, our bodies are all designed to do that. But if we're constantly being bombarded with all kinds of stuff in our lives, I mean, we're talking just ingesting to environmentally to cell phone radiation, I mean, just airborne. I mean, everything's affecting us, and it's affecting the way our bodies heal, okay, and actually can keep ourselves clear, okay, from congestions and toxins and all that stuff, right? So my goal is to kind of give you some easy tools that you could do whenever you feel like. I mean, my MP3s are so powerful, and they are only like 10 minutes long, if anything. And you listen to them, and it just kind of starts clearing out whatever's there at that moment, because I'm always about in the moment. And then your body, feels better, but also can actually take over and do it on its own. So I'm empowering everybody to do it themselves. But sometimes we just need a little help. I'm first to admit, my sounds have helped me tremendously clear out a lot of sludge, but I've also had poisons in my body for a while. I was poisoned a couple years ago, briefly, Darius. I almost died, as a matter of fact, from rat poisoning. Yeah, I almost died from that. So luckily I knew how to clear that from my body and my dogs, my animals. We had it in our water supply. So things can happen in life, Darius. I mean, I didn't talk about this before, but, even things can happen to good, to healers. And it was like,
sometimes really, more often than not.
Yeah, you're right about
stuff.
that one. So I was in a crisis a couple years ago, everybody, with my body healing from toxic rat poisoning. So this is all about keeping your body at this optimal levels. And what I'm offering here is what I wholeheartedly use for myself. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here speaking to you right now. Okay,
I want to go through some of this.
Because I almost passed away a couple years ago from my rat poisoning.
Oh my gosh. And maybe that was the reason. Spirit says, well, Dawn, you're going to go through this for all of us.
It really sure humbled me. And I was in perfect health before, and then I had to go through the healing crisis, and this is where I'm at today. Back to almost there now.
Real quick, just for people wondering, we've got 12 sessions only. If you want to get some support from Dawn based on her calendar, and she's become so busy, but we've been able to secure 12 one-on-one sessions, 25 minutes with Dawn. I'm just saying that if there's anyone who says, I'd really like some support today from Dawn and lock it in, we've got 12 at the page uwealthrevolution.com/Dawn, DAWN 25. And that is package C. There you can get that for 2 payments of $124. I'm just saying if there's anybody that was wanting that today, I want to let people know that. Now, for those that aren't going to do that, there's also something else you're doing, which I think is pretty amazing. Package A, you're going to go through, and there's a blood cleanse in item 1. Now, I know you said you did this when you were poisoned. Of course, I would say if anybody is thinking they're poisoned, get the medical care and get the frequency care too. You're going to want to go and call Centers for Disease Control and make sure you go to a doctor. But what about the long-term effects? Because the challenge we have is we can live with a lot of goo in our system that makes us break down and have a slow death. And this is a really, really important thing right now because we are getting inundated with toxins, sadly, and this pure divine earth is being corroded and corrupted with these toxins, and she doesn't want it, and we don't want it. And the stuff we put in our bodies, guess where it goes, folks? It leaves our bodies and then goes into our rivers and streams and ponds. So if we truly love the earth and save the earth, stop putting all the crap in your body, for God's sake, because that's where it's ending up, is all over the earth. Just got to say that for all the people, who are like, oh, I'm so green. Well, stop putting junk in your body and be more green. You'll be red. Be the color of your pure blood. Keep it pure. Well, tell me about the blood cleanse. What is that about? And what are you doing there?
Well, this is good for anybody. This is not even for in a situation. I have to agree with you, Darius. I was not guided to go to the doctor when I had it. I think it was my test. But, of course, I want people to follow their medical doctor because I'm not one. Okay, I'm just here to tell you my story. That's all. But I want to let you know this blood cleanse is worth the whole kit caboodle here because it's not just going to clear just what's in from our environment, but it's also going to keep you. I don't know about you, but I've actually had to deal with many years of fungus. Overgrowth in my body and bacteria, because that's a big one for most of my clients. We have some level of it, and sometimes it's because our immune system is not really working at the highest function of the way it's supposed to. So a lot of times things do accumulate, a candida, fungus, bacteria. So that's going to help clearing that with this MP3, everybody. I mean, it's powerful. It's also going to clear out toxins out of your body. And I have to say I've mastered how to do this. This is really something I specialize in the body, okay? So I know people who followed me for years know that just listening to my MP3s are so powerful on their end. You don't need, you could do that. You can, just listen to it and it helps you with infections and also just kind of giving you some general stuff like solvents and stuff. So that's just a good one to have, everybody. I would listen to that one at least once a week, okay? And you guys can listen to any of my MP3s in any order. I don't care. Just please don't listen to all of them in one day or one sitting because it kind of overloads your body. I just want people, because they always ask that question. I think you have the PDFs on there anyway as far as listening instructions on the download pages. But just, listen to one or two a day or three the most and space them out about 6 hours apart at least when you're listening to these. Because your body does need time afterward, Darius, to integrate, okay? So it's really important that you do that, okay?
Yeah.
And know that your body just takes a little longer.
Yeah. So check it out, everyone. We're going to walk through these. I want to get to some more questions and comments from folks, too. A lot to do today. It's at uwealthrevolution.com/Don25. And we're going to keep expanding the energy here. Erna says, wow, my left leg and foot went crazy during the group clearing. What do you think that means? What does that mean when our body starts twitching?
Oh, that's great. That means that your body's actually releasing. Everybody's different. I have people who twitch the whole time I'm on the call with them. Releasing, it's like their soul is in there just like spitting out stuff. So that's actually a pretty cool thing. Not everybody has that, okay?
Oh, thank you, Erna. Another person wrote in and they said, wow, I have been feeling so much. Thank you from the group process. I have had long-term sinus and migraines. If she gets this message and can clear whatever triggered it, it is so wonderful. Thank you for all you're doing. Another person, love your energy. I feel lighter, calmer, breathing better. My congestion cleared as well. Liz, somewhat lighter. Another person wrote in, feeling lighter, moving energy. Thank you so much. So profound. I definitely felt less discomfort. The ache moved out of my solar plexus, followed by beautiful, soulful, healing energies once again. Wow. So a lot. Another person said, I felt Kathy's healing process. Wow. I felt so much there too. I love the thrival. I want to thrive. So yeah, people are feeling the energies. And we are going to get to Maria as well here towards the end of the call. So, Maria, hang on if you can. And I want to share a little more, Dawn, about what you're doing. So here you're working with the frequencies of releasing those things that are holding the vibration of the body down. You start in the blood, then the lymph, and then chi. What is the story on the lymph and chi? Why are you working on those two areas, Dawn?
Oh, so important because it's clearing stagnation, everybody, out of the body. That has a lot to do with us feeling chronically fatigued, having just stagnation. And, it also, sometimes our meridians of the body aren't really flowing the way they should be, too. So this covers that, too, where I work, there's actually an MP3 for meridian balance, but this helps with the stagnation. Things that just accumulate. We were talking about stored up toxins, but also stored up synthetics in our body is really huge. That really causes the stagnation. So this is going to really help different areas of your whole body, really of energizing your kidneys, livers, lungs, hearts, brain, all over your body, not just those areas. But it's going to really start moving some of the stagnation. If you had old pharmaceuticals, because, COVID shots were really hard on the body, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't take them or not. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I just know what I see in the body, and people taking several shots in a very short period of time. Our bodies did not know what to do with the synthetic chemicals, which caused great stagnation in the body as well. Okay, Darius? I just want you to know that. So this is going to help with
little babies, little babies, they start loading this stuff up all at once.
Yeah.
And the schedules have gotten so compressed. And there was a great doctor, Dr. Sears, that we followed. We did some, but we didn't do all of them. And they basically took away his medical license. But the man spoke absolute truth and gave you all the research on it. So I mean, it's you can do it, but it's hard on the body. So we want to clear that out. There's a lot of bodies going through stuff. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to point fingers, draw conclusions. I'll do that on another channel. But there are a lot of bodies, even in my world, that are going through a lot, and I'm seeing it. And we got to just be aware, and we got to give them the love they need, and we got to give them the vibration they need. And I think a lot of the bodies are just exposed to a lot right now too. So this is that vibrational life force that we gotta give them. Now, the other thing you're looking at here too, Dawn, that I really love is after the chi, the meridian balance and nerve restoration. What's going on with that? Because I'm thinking are the nerves affected by what? Is it cosmic energies?
Definitely.
Is it just the constant amping up of all the vibration and the duality and the fear and the separation? I mean, that's got to put us in perpetual nervous shock.
That's part of it. What you're saying there. But I'm also looking at the physicality of the nerves. With a lot of toxins and also synthetics in your body are actually causing your nerves not to operate. They're actually it's actually causing a malfunction of our nerves in our body. I'm all about that. I know, because when I was poisoned, my body pretty much shut down and my nerves were not functioning right. So this is actually kind of a nerve cleanse and restoration. We don't talk about that, but our nerves are greatly affected, even by drinking. I was one of those people who drank the diet sodas for many years. It almost destroyed my nerves. So I had to do a lot of nerve restoration on myself, Darius, and this is something we don't talk about, but I'm letting you know it's a reality. Okay, we need to work to make sure our nerves are functioning and firing the way they should be. Okay. Otherwise, we also feel like things can, like a lot of people don't even feel their legs when their nerves ain't even working correctly. I'm not saying that's the main reason, but I didn't even feel my legs for many years, So this is going to help people just, you might have some nerve issues going on. So this is really going to help you as well. But we're talking about just clearing out the sludge of life, and just us living life, and what we're putting in our bodies is also affecting our nerves as well. So that's a really important module right there.
Yeah, Don, what is going to happen to the bodies here? I mean, I feel like, it just seems like it's accelerating, like a snowball going down the hill, that so many bodies, even the bodies of kids, are young people in their 20s and 30s. You're hearing all sort of stuff going on there. I mean, what is the answer? I mean, are we going to go through this huge population decline as the bodies just can't, what is it, when we, realign or we adjust? There's an adjustment period we got to go through, right? Or something like that. What's happening?
I feel that unfortunately, things are going to happen like that. It's not. I mean, all I'm trying to do is step it up with my gifts and what I'm here to do to help people, if they have been affected by this, to help their bodies start healing themselves or clearing this stuff out now, so you can get your body back. We could do that. So a lot of people are not as conscious as everybody on the call here, living their lives, and unfortunately, some people will. Unfortunately, may have some major issues
leave the
happen.
Planet.
It's happening now. It's already happening. But I think some of it's soul related. I have to tell you, there is a lot of souls that, even high vibrations, have left the planet too. But I also know that there's, it may be a motive beyond what we're talking about here. I'm not going to get into that. But I'm just saying, just in general, I mean, I think we all have a soul's path, and some of us are just meant to part in a certain way, even if it's not the way that we think. But I think right now most of us are meant to be here, and that's why I'm talking about this today, this program, so we can actually start helping our body heal itself. And then by doing that is to keep our bodies clean and clear as much as we can. I'm not talking about I'm perfect either, Darius. I mean, I wish I could eat organic food all the time, and unfortunately, Darius, I am on the go a lot, and I'm not always can make those correct decisions. So I'm letting you know, everybody, I'm not perfect either. Okay, but
let's be honest. I mean, even organic food. I mean, we don't necessarily know unless we grow it ourselves that it's even purely organic. And I mean, there's stuff that they're now talking about putting in beef. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to happen, but there's always that stuff where some of the things that maybe we don't want in our bodies, they could be putting in the food. So we've got to now, I think, accentuate the crystalline light body to the point that it overrides the lower vibration that some of these dualistic systems are putting on us so that we become a higher vibration to transmute it. And really, that's the crux of the biscuit, if you will, is exactly that. And that's what we're talking about. And all you have to do is put headphones on and start seeing the positive changes with what Dawn is doing. It's at uwealthrevolution.com/Dawn25. I want to get to some more questions, but I want to walk through these because each one of them is opening up an area where you've seen shifts. The nerve restoration, I didn't realize that. What about the blood-brain barrier upgrade? What's going on with the brains today? And then we're going to talk about...
It's just going to help really shield us. Yeah. It's just to shield us from the toxic substances with our blood-brain barrier. So it's, just so things can't get into our bodies as easy. So we don't really talk about it, but it's just I like to call it a blood-brain barrier renewal. It's just important to, just make sure that our bodies are can really help kind of, how can I put it, protect themselves more, so things can't pass through that little barrier there. So I'm aware of it. So I just like to call this just like a shielding you from toxic substances, okay, that you may enter in your body either through things you mostly take in through your body, okay? It's going to be in our foods. And you're right, Darius. I mean, even on organic foods, they're putting chemicals before they can even get in there on things just to get, I don't know how they're able to get away with that, but they are even doing that. So make sure everybody washes their stuff really good if they are eating organic too, okay? Just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing. I want everyone to hear this. Like, me and Dawn could get into all sort of stuff and probably make everyone go, oh, my gosh. But every time there's a lower vibrational energy or something that is constricting to health, to vibration, to vitality, to freedom, by nature of us being in third dimension, the real trick is there's always going to be another side where there's an expansion. And so just like as Dawn, you were poisoned, now you expanded into creating the energetic blueprint for releasing those toxin energies. So we are going to live in the world of the expanded possibility, of the expanded freedom, of the expanded human. And the more that anyone does to try to constrict humanity, the more people like us rise up and go, oh, no, wait a minute, there's a way around that. And it just keeps expanding. So it is actually happening right now at UWealth Revolution. And that's the way it happens every day. That's why we know we're always on the side of the expansion. So whenever someone's like constricting, we're like, keep going. We're having fun. We're going to keep expanding. And that's what we do just over and over again. It's right here. Now, tell me about this issue with the brain. I can't even pronounce this. This is some sort of a
which one?
What the next one? I can't pronounce it.
I'm sorry. I just have let's see. I don't know what order we're in here. So let's see. Is it the cerebral spinal fluid?
Yes. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Okay. That's important, everybody. You've heard of craniosacral therapy, which is kind of gets the flow of the cerebral spinal fluid going through your through your spine and everything, which can sometimes get kind of it gets kind of stuck. Okay. This really is the fluid that goes through your central nervous system, everybody, okay? So we're going to free this fluid that goes through your brain, spinal cord, ventricles, and through your whole spinal cord in your central channel. This is actually the energy, we call it cushions the brain and the spinal cord, which is really important if you've ever had any injuries. This really helps from you not having major like brain damage and stuff, and brain all kinds of brain issues. So, but this is also just something that needs to be. I actually work on this on myself. My dog even had, believe it or not, cerebral spinal fluid. He had some injury a while back, but I had to get he was kind of stopped up a little bit, and it actually made him feel. I can't explain it. It doesn't feel good. It actually gives people like headaches when they sometimes have their cerebral spinal fluid not flowing correctly. This is also like a detox of that too. We don't talk about this, guys, but this is getting waste out of the fluid, okay, out of the brain. And just kind of, I like to say I really know how to really balance this and really clear it and really charge it, okay? So this is just something that's really a very important. You can look this up online, but our cerebral spinal fluid is really very important to be flowing through our body, and it's a necessary function that we don't talk about. So all I'm saying is I'm just going to re-energize that and clear that for you, and this is going to kind of be like cushioning through your nervous system, your central channel, and stuff like that. So just know that, guys. This is really important. When you listen to this one, you're going to notice a difference. Everybody has a different feeling, but a lot of people just feel like almost like it's almost like they feel kind of like contracted when it's not really flowing. That's probably the best way I could put it. kind of contracted, like just feeling, like I just don't feel right. Maybe it's kind of just contraction. And then when this kind of starts flowing, it's like almost brings in more peace to you guys. And a lot of people breathe deeper and just feel much more, I don't know, just more at ease in their bodies and feeling healthier. So this is just an important MP3. I mean, you don't have to listen to this one every day, everybody, but I would suggest to listen to this maybe once a week. Okay? Just very, very important to have in your collection, because you know these MP3s, everybody, are going to be something you're going to have, which are so priceless for the rest of your life. All you got to do is pop one in and listen to it. I always like to say, I always recommend headphones or earbuds, but if you don't have them, you know, you don't have to have them. But I always say, if you want the most benefits, the headphones and earbuds with a 10-minute MP3 is priceless. Okay, so that's a really good one, Darius.
So for people that want to do it themselves, there's all of this stuff in package A, and there's also pathogen clearing and also 30 days of remote energy transmissions, which I want to get to. It's only $97, which is great for people to get started, and it supports your work and the show. And it's all new. What are 30 days of remote healing transmissions? What are those about? And what are you going to be doing there?
This is going to go deeper with whatever issues are going on with you right now. A lot of people just set an intention during the 30 days. Because this is really going to, it's just going to go in and really do some really deep work with you. Since we're talking about more of the body, you know, my 30-day remote, all my remotes are really powerful, but they're always geared towards an outcome. And today it's all about, you know, restoration of the body, getting your body clean and clear, getting our body in the optimal health. So, you know, I tune into the body every day, and these energies, again, the way I do it, because I've been doing, I'm probably one of the first people who've ever done remotes, and I have to say I'm meant to be doing remotes, okay? So when I do remote work, it's really the real deal, and people feel my energy right away. So these are delivered to you 24 hours a day, everybody, these energy frequencies that I tune into the group every day, and they come in directly channeled to you from the Divine Creator. This is channeled to me. So this is just a way for you to go deeper within your, your healing or whatever you're wanting. These energies could really work on you in any aspect of your life, but since we're working with really clearing out the body and helping the body get to its optimal health so you can actually become the crystalline body, and this will help you kind of raise your frequency to get there. This is all about that. This is just going to really support you with that, okay? Clearing the deepest blocks, connecting you to really your birthright of just perfect health. And also clearing deeper into any ancestral inherited energies that might be in the way of you being healthy, just in case it isn't about toxicity in your body. And maybe it's a little deeper than that. And might be your karmic energy that we worked with a few of the callers earlier. This is going to help clear that as well. And it's going to supercharge your connection to your divine, really connection to the Divine Creator, and just clearing anything that's in the way of you really being healthy. And it's just going to help nurture you in the highest vibration of light, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can go about doing your schedule. You don't need to know what time I'm working on you, because I'm just tuning in, adjusting energies every day. So these energies don't stop. They just keep going on and on for the full 30 days. They do start, everybody. My question is, that they start as soon as you buy the package. I know right away. So you just know that, trust, because that's how I set the energy up, that they're going to start right away for 30 days. So, you can always email me if you want.
Right when people order,
but you don't have to.
Start getting the energies.
That's correct. That's how it's set up. So just know it's going to go for the full 30 days. If you bought, I just kind of let you know, I'm a very fair person. If you bought the package like late in the day, it's going to give you the extra day the next day. So just know, say you bought it like midnight the same day, it's going to give you the extra day, guys. I'm very giving, okay? So just know that it will. If you're like middle day, I just kind of always go to the next day. I give you a little extra time, okay?
Beautiful.
So I'm very giving when it comes to the remotes, because you might get it like 3 o'clock in the day and it's like, half the day's over with. No. It's actually going to give you 3 o'clock to the last day of whenever the 30 days is, okay?
Perfect.
So you don't have to worry about, you're not going to lose it like the morning of. It's going to go to whatever time you bought your package, okay?
And I will share real quick, for people that want to get a live opportunity with Dawn, there's 2 60-minute live group sessions in Package B. What are you going to be doing here? It's all about July Jumpstart and Summer Booster, which I love. I mean, I feel very much like people want to feel into just the joy of summer again. And, I mean, this is an energy that we should all delight in, at least in the Western Hemisphere here, or Northern Hemisphere, wherever we are. Losing my mind from the high vibrations, that's for sure. Whatever hemisphere where it's summer, you should be experiencing if you're in that hemisphere, what are you going to be doing in these 2 calls?
Yeah, and Darius, I don't have the names in front of me here. I apologize, but I'm going to be doing 2 group calls in July, and I'm going to be working on deeper levels. And I'm going to be the way I work, everybody, is I kind of tune in closer to the time and see who's in the group collective and who's signed up to know that what we're really needing at that time. So it's we could work on. I'll be working on different areas, but I really want you to know that I'm going to be fine tuning this. The closer we get to those calls, okay? So, Darius, if you want to read the names, that would be great. On each one.
They definitely are
July.
here. Yep, July Jumpstart and Summer Booster.
Yeah. So this is and I'm going to be doing kind of a little bit of Q&A in those calls too. So I'll be working a little bit on one-on-ones, and I want everybody to know how I work. Even if I'm doing a one-on-one, even here on the call today, other people could tune into these clearings and healings I'm doing with everybody and receive it. Just like you've got some people's response on that, Darius, today. That it's all about the group collective here. Okay, that's how I set the energy up before I even get on the call. But I'm going to be fine-tuning those energies there. If, people want to work on weight loss, I'm going to be working on it. But I really, what I do is I kind of see who's in the group, and then I kind of fine-tune it even a little bit more than that. But it's all about renewal, okay, and getting our bodies to feeling good and raising our frequency. Yes. So it's kind of like a deeper part of what we're offering here with the MP3s today, okay? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go deeper and really fine-tune is what I like to say, fine-tune with the group and everybody there. And you're going to get, everybody will have a copy of the recordings afterwards too, which will be also, you'll have that for the rest of your life. So even if you don't make the call, you'll still have a copy of the recording, okay?
Fantastic. Well, it is all here at ulsrevolution.com/Dawn25. And Dawn, I want to go to a caller here who's been writing in for quite a while, Maria. She's in Zurich, Switzerland. Says, please take me on. She says, I am in agony on the left side of my teeth. She says she's got a lot of pain on the left side of her teeth. And she wrote in again earlier, but I want to maybe work with that first. Left side of the teeth. She says, yep, that's what's going on. She says she's got negative influences in her life as well. And pain on the left side of her teeth.
Yeah, I don't know if I talked to her before or she contacted me on that because it's definitely negativity for sure.
Okay.
I think she's already booked a session with me already. Anyway.
Yeah, she was hoping maybe she could get a little help today for sure.
Yeah, so Maria, your stuff is a little deeper, so I'm just letting her know she has a lot of the karmic energy that I'll probably be working on in this session. But I want to bring in some light for her today, just so she knows that she's kind of like, because it's almost like we forget who we are, right? We forget that, things do kind of happen to us in life, but sometimes we can get that energy where all we do is focus on what's happening to us, and we really don't focus on what our outcome is. Do you know what I'm saying, Darius? Because I've been through so many challenges myself in this lifetime, and, I've had times where I didn't even think I was going to make it. Okay? I'm being honest with you. I was forced against the wall where I really, even when I was homeless and everything else and poisoned, I really had to go in deep and really trust, and of course I was guided to get some help, and I'm glad she is going to work with me. But today it's about really opening her up to know that she's loved and cared for, and there's a divineness that's within her that's supporting her, even though she's going through some deep karmic clearing in this lifetime. Does that make some sense, Darius?
Oh, yeah.
Because she really needs to know that, because otherwise what we do is we just focus on, this isn't right, and I did this, and this what happened to me. It's not really blaming anybody or doing anything. It's really about your soul path, and, you have some tools and things to help, but sometimes we need to get into a focus of just being grateful for what is working in your life. Do you know what I'm saying? We all have challenges. But when we could get beyond that and really say, okay, I'm going to work on this and I'll be guided, but really focusing on maybe putting some of that energy towards maybe helping somebody else, or just, maybe meditating and see what your next step is. Because other times we get in this little whirlwind of just kind of being stuck, okay? So, Maria, this is a soul reading that I'm getting to you right now. This is not Dawn Crystal. This is my soul tuning into your higher self, giving you that message. So I hope you're hearing this, okay? Because I'm a soul reader. So, Maria, let's bring in some light. Is she on the call, Darius?
She's on the Q&A line?
Yeah, so let's bring in some light, Maria, to kind of help you remember who you are. Is that good? All right, so let's bring in some light, Maria, and let's receive this right now. And again, this is karmic energy you're dealing with. You're doing a really good job, Maria, as far as clearing it, and it is releasing. It's just maybe taking a little bit longer. Okay, but you're doing the work. Some of us come in with really heavy energy, Darius, in each lifetime. And some of us have more heavy load than others. I am so aware of that. Okay. So, and I'm still smiling about it. Okay. So let's use the energy to the highest vibration of light and love and gratitude, and also just receiving. So let's do that right now, Maria. Just receive these energy frequencies. This is for anybody else here on the call too that wants to tune into this as well. Bringing love and light into her heart and her inner child. Bring ease into her teeth, but she's got a lot of trauma coming out too, which is causing it. Just releasing a lot of it, but she's got more, and I think she's gonna work with me soon anyway, so we'll go deeper. Bring in what you need right now for your highest will and good. Okay, Darius, so have her take a deep breath and see if she could become aware of not what her mind is thinking that she needs, but what her soul wants her to receive, okay?
Okay. Perfect. Oh, I love it. All right. Thank you so much, Maria. Let us know what you're feeling, what happens as well. It's Maria, actually. I'm sorry, Marie, for that. No, it's Maria. She says yes, yes, and yes. And let us know, Maria, what's happening right now. And, Dawn, we've had so many people with their hands raised I couldn't get to. What is your final bit of advice, or just your thoughts right now, where there is so much going on? The bodies are having to process more and more, regardless of what we've consumed in the past or not. It seems like we're all kind of feeling this. What's your number one bit of advice for people here today?
Well, I just want people to have discernment.
Yeah.
You know, and discerning is just like not jumping in to just do something because everybody's doing it. It's really teaching us to come into our power and light right now, and maybe spending a little extra downtime, or just a little, I'm not talking about, not being able to do what you need to do in life, because we're all living a life and a body and a job. But I'm talking about really tuning into that little part of us that kind of speaks to us, and maybe our minds are a little bit too active and we don't always hear it, but maybe kind of like giving ourselves a little bit of time once a day or every week or so, just grounding and kind of asking questions to ourselves, because, right now, there is a lot of, things out there that are not our highest good, but it's really to be discerning and say, what feels right to me? Maybe I need to be more aware of what I'm bringing into my body, or maybe not keeping the cell phone on my body so much, where this radiation is really, a lot of people think they're not really, I'm just giving this as an example, and I'm not saying it's right. I'm not putting anybody in fear, but, cell phone radiation is affecting everybody, especially 5G. I mean, I don't even have a 5G phone. I refuse, Darius. But I just want you to know that just being maybe more consciously aware to know that our bodies are being so bombarded with other things, that maybe be aware that maybe not keep the cell phone so much on your body or by your ear so much. Okay, I'm just giving you a little example. Did become consciously aware of what we're doing in every moment, and because all these things that we've been doing, we're not trying to be hard on ourselves, but we just need to be aware of what we're doing, that everything accumulates, okay? Because this is what we're talking about in this program, to get our bodies back to healing themselves and being at the highest vibration, so we can become this big crystalline light that we're talking about today. But we do need to start where we're at now, okay? Right now, where our bodies are at now, and help our body from there, like I said, raise frequency and be healthy. And, sometimes we have setbacks, just like I told you in the call. I had poisoning a couple years ago, guys, but here I'm back again. More wise, more full of life, because I've been there where I almost didn't have life. So it happened to a healer, okay? So it just tells you, it just deepened me more, where I'm more grateful. So you see what I'm saying? I'm more gratitude to be here and sharing more and being more wise. And so just be aware of everybody. Just, be easy on yourself, loving with yourself, and giving some time for yourself, and asking questions yourself. Not everybody has to be psychic to get answers. We could get expansive feelings about things. All of us are psychic to a certain way to know what feels right and what doesn't feel right in our lives. If it means about being with somebody or not being with somebody for a while because you just need to be away from them, it could be as simple as that, okay? But we're talking about just our body today with, just be aware what environment we're in and stuff, because we're also talking about just environmentally. We have to live in a place, and some of us are, living in places that maybe are not as desirable, around maybe electric poles and stuff, that you just want to be aware that you don't want to be hanging around them all the time.
I agree.
Just put yourself in a place here where you can actually I think being aware is really the key to everything in life. And, like I said, anything you put in your body, you might just want to question, is this serving my highest good? Do I really need this sugar or the sweetener in there? Maybe I'll just drink it with some organic stevia or something that doesn't have the erythritol in it. You could just, I could go on and on things that are not really great for the body. And I'm not here to tell you what to take and what not to take, but just be aware that we just need to start now so we don't keep accumulating stuff inside of ourselves, causing us not to feel good, okay?
Yeah, I love that. And I also would say, too, you may hear a message about anything or something, even in the future, but look at the energy behind the people who are putting that message out there. Look at the energy of the companies. Look at the energy or the history of what they've done. If someone starts telling you, put Neuralink in your brain from Elon Musk, there are going to be people that will do this sort of stuff because they're just going to, I'm broken, I'm a flawed human. Well, you'll really feel into it, slow down, and be present to what you are and what you want, and you will make the right decisions. And I got to say, too, that is kind of a weird thing, huh? But I got to say this. Maria wrote in and said, thank you deep from my heart. I had cold shivers throughout my body. Thank you for the love. So I think she is on the right path. And if you want to navigate and absorb in these higher frequencies and do the crystalline body upgrade to where you are feeling like yourself again, or maybe start to feel 10 to 30 years younger, free of toxins, glowing with the joy, energy, and abundance that you are, check out what these God Cell activations are doing from Dawn Crystal and realign and begin to live free from the crystalline energy. So, Dawn, thank you for being here. This was great.
Humbly grateful. I'm humbly grateful to be back. Serious, I so love you. And I was very excited on the show today, so everybody knows I have a lot of energy. It's just how I'm wired.
You're the only one that has more energy than me. I'm pretty energized, but you are more energized than me, and that's okay, because I'll just use your energy to make me more energized, so it's good. We all help each other.
Darius, I so appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you, Darius, so much. Yeah, grateful.
Well,
very grateful.
We love you. We love you, and we just love to absorb all the vibration you send. Thank you, Dawn, so much. This was great.
Bless you. Yeah.
Oh, bless everybody. Yeah, and you know what? We are excited. Dawn is excited because she's in this high energy, and she feels it, and she knows the path. And that's the key is, like, when you have certainty, you're excited because you know. But what happens in our world, we get so much confusion, right? You go on the internet, you search something. Are there toxins in our food? Oh, no, they're not. They're perfectly fine. They're tested by the FDA. And we get all of this mixed messaging. In fact, I remember telling somebody, I told Jared Hewitt about something like 15-minute cities. And I remember he was like, well, let me look that up. And Jared's looking at it. And he's like, oh, look, here's one thing that says they don't exist. And then there's another thing where the same media source is saying they do exist, but they're okay. And I'm like, you see, there's like people are writing 2 different websites for the same thing to try to create confusion and get all the angles. And, that's the thing is that the 3D world, as I probably predicted, and Dawn as well, is going to get more confusing because it's all about sort of this smoke and mirrors. And what we've got to do, I think, is go to the higher frequencies. Higher frequencies will always guide you. So whether that's the God Self frequencies of Dawn, or it's just tuning into the higher frequencies of love or your life or nature, get in them, stay in them. That's what we believe at U-Wealth Revolution, that you are part of that frequency. That frequency is you. The people, the systems that run the earth, they're human beings. They're flawed. They've got motives that we don't even know about, despite what they say. So we can't always, jive with that or put full faith in that. We have to bring it into ourselves. And if you think about it, that's what we're moving into, right? We've gone from this Piscean age where, like the school of fish, you could just follow what everyone was doing and it would work out. That's when companies, you'd work for the same company for 50 years and you'd have a pension and you'd never have to work again. And, it was great. Now people don't have that option, right? So we're now in the Aquarian age. Information is creating freedom. And what information? Well, it's going to be the highest vibrating information. And that information is coded. That information is frequency. That information is activating information, right? That's the highest information. There's information on the internet, right? That's great. But what is the information that is coming in from source? What is the information that opens you up? What is the information that has a divine blueprint? That information then is what will guide you in the Aquarian age beyond all the other people getting confused with all the information at the lower level. So this is what we're talking about. This highest information we can maybe begin to source now, and that's what these frequencies are about. So I just send love to everybody, a little bit of what I see in the world and how I sort of parse my reality to stay on a path that makes sense for me. And we send love to you so you can do the same. You are a master. You are powerful. And you are a divine being. I love you, and we'll see you on the next UL session. Grab your session with Dawn Crystal, too. We've got like 12 or 10 at this point, but we have many other ways to do it in options and package A and B. Check it out. Much love. You're amazing. You're a miracle, and I love you. Take care, everyone.